Bill Maher has his Club Random podcast. Have you guys caught any snippets of this?
No.
I think I know the clip who we're talking about, but yeah.
Well, he talks to a lot of folks on quote unquote both sides of the aisle, right? Mm-hmm. And oftentimes, what's really amazing is to see just how wrapped up into their bubbles they truly are.
It was like David Cross.
Case in point, David Cross. Now, are y'all familiar with David Cross, one of the guys behind Mr. Show with Bob and David, Arrested Development?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Tim and Eric's awesome show. He has a very quirky sense of humor, right? He's been in a lot of stuff. You'd recognize him if you saw him, which you're going to see here. So he was talking to Bill Maher, and watch how this conversation goes, specifically when it comes to the trans subject.
You need to be checked. People need to be checked.
I think they'll be...
including your little girl.
Okay.
She needs to be checked. I don't know what...
Fuck that bitch. Fuck that little bitch with her black friends and trans friends and not even understanding. She doesn't know.
Wait, she has trans friends in third grade?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, they...
Okay. You saw Bill Maher go like, do I really want to go in on this guy? Because I think he's saying what everybody else is saying. Really? Third grade? Okay.
Okay. Yeah. See, they know they're trans in third grade.
I knew one of her friends. I knew when he was a girl.
How old?
I think just turned 9, and is just the coolest kid. I think
boy to girl, girl to boy,
girl to boy,
girl to boy. Okay.
And she has another very close friend who's not in this school, but who's boy to girl at 3.
But girl to boy,
at 3.
Mm-hmm.
At 3.
Like, what are we doing? Why
Yes.
is anyone thinking this is normal or acceptable in any way?
No, I don't trust a 3-year-old to do anything, let alone make the decision on whether they're a boy or a girl. Right? That's unbelievable.
Up until the age of 12, I wanted to be the Easter Bunny. This is a fact.
What would your pronouns
society,
have been?
Yeah.
What would your pronouns have been, Phoenix, if you were the Easter Bunny?
Oh, I don't know.
Bun,
Hoppity and hop.
self.
Yeah, hippity and hop, I think. That's adorable.
That's
There
right.
you go.
Let's by the way, Mark, I don't think he heard that because he kind of flosses over. He goes back to the 9-year-old, but this, once again, just watch just how insane this conversation is.
At 3.
But girl to boy, I knew somebody who said to me, actually more than one person who said to me, a woman said, I was what they called a tomboy. If I was alive now and acted the way I did then, that's what they would have done to me.
Okay. Now pay attention. True. Pay attention to how David Cross responds to this. That's what Maher says. That's what they would have done to me, to which he immediately gets on the defensive.
Well, nobody's doing this to her.
I don't know.
Literally, nobody is doing this to her.
How old?
She is, or he is.
Not very woke of you.
Not very welcoming there, Davey.
Either 8 or I think 9.
Okay, then somebody is doing something because 8 or 9-year-olds can't.
No, you know what they're doing?
Can't do anything on their own.
No, they're buying them boys' clothes.
Well, then they're doing something. They're doing.
Sure. Yes, you're right. They're buying.
In a matter of 20 seconds, he went from nobody's doing anything. Oh, sure they are. Yeah, absolutely.
Boys' clothes
and telling them you're a boy now.
Okay, no, they're not telling them. They're just agreeing with. They're like going.
Well, they're agreeing
honey.
with an 8-year-old because when has their judgment ever been off at 8?
You know,
Anyway.
you knew you weren't gay, right?
That's.
It's not different.
It is different.
No, it isn't.
It's okay. Good luck with President Vance, because as I always say to my woke friends, we voted for the same person. You're just why she lost. And this is a case of that.
Wait, what?
We voted for the same person.
Right.
You're just why she lost. Because America hears this, and they're going to go, Bill's right. 8-year-olds can't really make decisions on their own like this. That's what most people are going to say. And this is where the Democrats are, with David Cross living in Brooklyn, with Mandami Loving. And this is why, we're going to vote for J.D. Vance. And that's
I don't think
that's
it's
America in a nutshell.
I don't.
Doesn't mean I don't love you. You need to be checked.
Is that guy, the one with the beard, is he the guy from the Alvin and the Chipmunks movies?
Yes.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
I thought so. He's the evil guy in the Alvin and Chipmunks movie.
Yes.
I
That's
worked on
my
the
only
sequel, by
reference
the
for
way.
this man.
Oh. Wow.
Amazing.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Great movie.
Great movie.
I
Wonderful.
love those movies.
Then why do you like trans kids, huh? Yeah, that's right. No, so I think this is really fascinating to see. I love that Maher is able to sit down and have, honestly, just really blunt conversations about this, because you can tell that Cross has never been checked on this, never thought about this more than, yeah, it's the exact same thing. You know you're not gay, and then they know they're a boy now, right? It's like, the mental gymnastics associated with this is amazing because they don't know they're doing gymnastics. I guess that's the best way to say it, because this is just like, if you would have gone to David Cross 20 years ago and be like, hey, we got this three-year-old boy here and he's going to be a girl now. He'd been like, what the fuck are you talking about? And it would have been outrageous. But now it's just, it's a thing. And I cannot stand people like this who are just, we'll go along to get along. It's okay. What do you do? What do you do in this situation?
You don't need like a degree. I feel like a lot of people are like, well, you're not a medical doctor. You don't know. You don't need a degree to know this is wrong. Like, I don't understand that argument of like, well, you're not the medical professional. You don't understand. No, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand that a 3-year-old or an 8-year-old or whoever cannot decide these things on their own. And if they're saying stuff like this, clearly they've been groomed in some way.
Is there, by their logic, should a child be able to buy cigarettes since apparently they can make adult decisions? Like, does that work? Right. So if you're able to make the decision of, I want to be a boy now, I'm going to cut my dick off, whatever the hell it is, right? Can they buy cigarettes and a handgun? I'm so curious. Like, because if they can't, then obviously we're saying that, hey, developed brains come a little later in life, and you're still figuring yourself out, and maybe not the best time to be making life-changing alterations and breaking your brain as a child.
What if they think they're a different race or a different species? What's stopping them from doing the same exact thing?
Well, yeah, but a lot of the people that are like pro-trans stuff for kids, they'll tell you like, oh, well, what if a kid has cancer and they have to have cancer treatment? It's the same thing. Like, to them, like that's the connection that they will make. Like, I've heard that argument so many times. Of, like,
so it's
well,
a
if a kid
disease.
has
Wow.
But that's like what they'll say, which is just like a crazy comparison, obviously, to say about like a healthy child. But that is the argument that a lot of them will make.
Blabs, I saw something in the run sheet. I think you moved it maybe potentially to tomorrow. It was the one about hypocrisy. It was for you, Blabs.
Yep, I have it. I'll move back.
Yeah, please move that back real quick, because there's a video there that I wanted to point out that actually goes directly into our subject here. This was a lady who was asked this exact same thing in regards to children. This is a grandma here who was asked about trans kids and such. And clearly like super lib lady, but check this out.
Are your granddaughters?
They are 6 and 8.
Would you support them to get hormone blockers to become the other gender?
I would absolutely support them to get hormone blockers. The idea of one of my granddaughters learning that they're going to start having their period if they don't get their hormones blocked, even though they're identifying and portraying as a male, how horrible that would be. So yes, definitely.
If your
Okay, so the bleeding heart liberal, how horrible is that? But here's the next question here. I know, Phoenix, it's okay.
granddaughter came to you and wanted to get a tattoo, what would you say?
That would be more difficult. I always told my 3 sons the one thing I ask is please don't get tattoos.
Really? Why tattoos?
There's just something so permanent about it.
Permanent?
It's pretty permanent. It's very difficult to get them lasered off or removed.
They're retarded.
Like
no, they're retarded. This is what I've been saying. We need to have that conversation. Are they just actually retarded?
Yeah,
Every
I do
single
think
time I bring this up, it is when clear hypocrisy is right in front of them, and they'll go right into it without even understanding it. You know, a lot of times when you're having a debate and someone says something clever, you kind of go like, all right, like you're starting to see like, shit, okay, you got a point there. Nope, they just keep going because they don't understand it. They're retarded.
But I will say,
Medically
though,
retarded.
like, because we were talking earlier about college and brainwashing, I remember specifically in some of my courses, they talked about transgender, kids and hormone blockers specifically, and we were specifically taught they are 100%. They don't do anything long term. They're reversible, which is not true. You can look at the studies. You can see it changes bone density. It changes all different kinds of things in children. But they tell us that they tell people that it's all reversible, totally safe, doesn't do anything to long term, and it's just not true. They just lie to people.
I think we've talked about this before. The branding on some of these things, the branding on the idea of like hormone blockers, it doesn't sound nearly as bad as we're going to give you castration medicine, right? You know what I mean? They did a very good job. By the way, let's just see how she finishes up. Maybe there's some redemption here, Phoenix. Who knows?
Off or removed.
You don't think it's like permanent to change your gender? How old?
She has no idea. You're right, Phoenix. Like, we need to have a serious conversation about, are these people mentally, obviously they're broken, right?
I'm saying they're retarded. I'm saying medically retarded. It's not a slur. It is medically retarded. Because I mean, it's a broken, water sloshing brain, ill-equipped to handle basic functionality of shitting. I mean, at this point, that right there should have been fuck, you got me. Yeah, right. Good, you're good. They didn't. It's not. It's just a shit my pants. It's retarded.
But do you think
medically?
Do you actually think? I mean, I think for some people, but do you think a lot of people are actually just lying to themselves because they know the truth, but they know that it's bad?
If you are lying to yourself,
they want to be a good person. Like they know what everyone thinks is the right thing, and so they're willing to lie to themselves and lie to everyone else and say that it's all reversible and it's not bad when they know very well that they're wrong.
But in that situation, that person appears to be more concerned in the face of something that just made a good point there. You're still more interested in appearing good and right than the health and welfare of your kid.
Right. No,
that means you're medically retarded.
No, I agree. I guess I'm just saying, like, to not give them the benefit of the doubt of saying, like, they're actually stupid and they just don't know better. But I think a lot of people do know better. Maybe not everyone, but I think a lot of people, like, they know this stuff is wrong.
Then you're a sociopath. You choose
I think that's
medically retarded or a sociopath.
I think they're ideologically captured and they're so invested in this in so many ways in their life that their entire value system revolves around being accepted by these wackadoos surrounding them, that they'll say the most ridiculous stuff. And if you counter any of this, well, number one, they're afraid of being labeled as a bigot or whatever deep down, but they're also like, they're so delusional. If you challenge them on their beliefs, they'd be like, well, that's just like MAGA brainwashing. Like this is propaganda you're sending at me, when you're just giving them like basic logic, or you're using their standards and evolving from it, or using it in some sort of a way that makes them look bad.
Yeah.
How do we fix this?
I would like to make a reality TV show called Lie Detector Liberals. And what we do is we just put a lie detector and we ask them basic questions of, do you believe in this bullshit thing that you espouse? Do you believe it? And let's just see them fail every single time. I think that'd be a fun reality show. That's what we
Phoenix?
do. Let's do it,
Let's
please.
do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I think that would prove it too, right? That would prove, do you really believe what you're saying, or are you just saying this because you want to be perceived a certain way? Because it's just like, it's just crazy. I don't know. I mean, it's like what you said, right? You say something so obvious, and it's just so obvious that it's hypocritical, and yet they act like they don't know what you're talking about. But it's like, they all can't be that dumb. You know, it's just, I don't even know.
Like, this is the legit question. Like, is it because of Donald Trump? Like, did Donald Trump break these people so much, and then ultimately COVID exponentially happened, and it happened even worse, and they, like, society as a whole just broke? Is that a real thing?
Yeah, yes. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on you.
No, go by all means.
No, it's a thing I always say all the time, because that seems to be, like, I remember when I was on that side, and I remember around the Bush years, right? The W years, and like just the amount of propaganda being thrown at me. Like, we were like really thinking this guy was going to be like the next Hitler kind of idea, right? So what happens is again, since they own everything, all the voices of everything, media, television, internet, you name it, right? Every platform didn't like that he beat Hillary. So the smear campaigns came from every single direction. Everything. Their video games, movies, TV shows, you name it, right? So they're constantly hearing it. Their friends are saying it because they're now echoing what the entertainment masses have been saying. Everywhere you go, this was being bombarded with you. Now COVID hits, you're stuck indoors. They're telling you it's Trump's fault. So now you're just hearing this over and over, and you're like, I just want to go outside. Why won't someone stop this man? Because you're just being hit with it 24 hours a day. That now it's just, I need that thing to stop. You're losing your mind. Like, it's just, I need that thing to go away. I just want to live a normal life. It's that. They're losing it. Where everyone else is like, whoa, my dude, touch some grass. Oh boy. You know, you're living in an actual bubble at this. It's how many people joined the Republican Party that were once liberals? I was one of them, you know, that went, holy shit, you know, this seems a little nutty. I'm going to just step out of this here bubble for a second. You go, oh, wow. Okay. It is not at all like what I was hearing. Oh, okay. It's this. So I think that's what's happening. It's just a 24-hour loop of being bombarded from your teachers and media and social everywhere. And it's just this thing gnawing at you that you want it to stop. I think it just broke brains.
Yeah. And the idea that these folks are the way they are, at no point in society has this ever been a thing. No point. They will argue, no, it's and animals and whatever. I've heard all those arguments, but once again, you go back 15 years ago and say this was happening, all of these people would just be sick to their stomach at this idea. And Phoenix, I'm with you. Let's make the show. Let's get a lie detector.
Yes. You lie detector liberals, and we'll do things like, what do you think of Charlie Kirk? He's a Nazi, this, and this. Then we show clips like are actually showing like how his stuff was taken out of context. Same with Trump. And it's just like, here, you prove how much you believe in this stuff. And then we start showing you, and then you're like, okay, now that you've seen those Charlie Kirk clips, what do you think? And let them say, he's still racist, and watch that spike.
Right. Unbelievable. Well, thank you, David Cross. Thank you to all the psychos out there. It's important that we continue to look at these stupid things and let you know that these are real people. These are real people who are this broken, which is so sad.